It's Madden NFL 24, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints on Monday Night Prime Time.
First opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the New Orleans Saints. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared. Physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill, maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
Glad you're with us. It's Blake Groupie to get this one started, and off we go here in New Orleans. This fielded right at the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet him before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Love going to throw right away. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
What a start here to the ball game. You get the good kick return, followed by a quick first down through the air. If this defense isn't careful, they might be looking at a deficit before they know what hit them.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Throwing. Love. He finds his man. Complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 35, here's 2nd down at 7. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Working out of the gun. Love. That is caught. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Off the play fake, Love. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
So off goes Love. On is Carlson for the Packer field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
This is what this man was born for, the big spotlight on a national stage like this. Really, his entire career, he's demonstrated incredible poise, no matter what type of situation his team was in. No situation is too big for him, and you can tell in the way that he takes the field. His self-belief is evident, and he gets the job done in his mind each and every time.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It gets this complete to Shaheed. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Carr now on 1st down. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. To throw now. Here's Love. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Jenkins running left. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Love. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. On 1st down, Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Carr. Is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives, and it looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Here's Lou Hedley now.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10
right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Here's a diving catch right side. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that well.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3.
Love looking to throw it.
That's taken in by Watson.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
But not many guys who can blow up plays like Chase Young. He did it again there.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Love now on 2nd down.
Got Dobbs over the middle.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 8 now.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Love. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. So off goes Love. On is Carlson for the Packer field goal.
Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this 1st half. It's 6-0.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Still in the 1st half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. possession. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson, 76 yards. And the Saints strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Blake Groupie now for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked to his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Justin Simmons firing all the way in from his safety position.
Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs, and they'll get him down here at the 23. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Daniel Whelan now. Let's take it inside his own 40. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Carr. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw his Carr. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Carr. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Packer offense heading back for one final first half drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Here's Love. A short throw to Musgrave. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Love now. That's to the tight end, Musgrave. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Throwing. Love. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To the air again, Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Second and 5. Love. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half, Love. Now this aired out deep for Reed. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. For the Saints, this is why they signed him. They got a strong performance from their quarterback, Derek Carr. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Saints going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Quay Walker came through to make the sack. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
How to approach this. Third down and 16 yards to go. Throwing now is Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. The return is Reed. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. To pass, here's Jordan Love, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now a 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a fourth down.
And that was a good run, and it should get the attention of the defense. But they can't just dwell on it. They've been playing so well this entire game. Maybe they just look at it and say, okay, congratulations, you got one on us, and just not let it turn into more.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
A third quarter now, a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Carr to throw. He lets it go deep for Olave. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus of the whole
that's
thing.
true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive.
He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 50 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
1st downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Now a 2nd and 2. Running is Jacobs. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Ooh, the juke. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, he picked up the 1st down, but he violated running back 101 in short yardage situations, didn't he?
You mean with the fancy footwork?
Yes. You're supposed to just make that one cut and go. But I think that move that he made, that did allow him to pick up the 1st down. Without it, I don't think he gets it.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Love. A quick throw there is incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. Now Love. And that will be incomplete as as well. Fourth down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
So off goes Love. On is Carlson for the Packer field goal.
On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. All 9 points for him coming via the field goal, and this last one puts him out in front.
All the field goals are great, but you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because you've got to score touchdowns to win games in the NFL. I just wonder if all these field goals, great now, I wonder if they'll come back and haunt them later on.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. 2nd and 10. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
The Carr's throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. That's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him. There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
On first down, Carr. Throw here's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's Carr. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, with actual drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. There's Chris Olave. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Carr again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Carr completes it. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Now 2nd and 4.
Coming left is Camaro. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Carr.
Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Now Carr.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
So after the field goal, back out is Groupie to send this one away. Keyshawn Nixon now going to bring it out of his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So here's Love and the Packers.
Down 10-9, a little over 80 ticks to go. Now their lead is evaporated, but they still have a shot on first down.
Okay, right?
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Able to connect with Jacobs.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Love looking to throw it. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now Love.
He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not, because you've still got time to work some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Love. Watson making the catch.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Here's Love.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now Love. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Love looking to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
So it's all come down to this for Anders Carlson.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to put an end to a wild Monday night. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From New Orleans, good night, everybody.